Total Communication Approach for the Development of Communication in SEN Children, a Critical Narrative. To speak, lots of areas of the body are required to work together efficiently. Try and say the phrase football match. F, o, t, b, a, l, m, a, t, ch. 8 different phonemes, which are the sound systems of language, were required to produce this phrase. The respiratory system, trachea, and organs like teeth, lips, and tongue are needed to produce speech. As well as this, a great deal of cognitive processes are involved in the generation and formulation of ideas of what to say. Communication is vital as it allows us to express ourselves, make choices, and be included in social exchanges. Communication helps SEN children to regulate their emotions and behaviour. An inability to do so can lead to frustration, which may manifest in outbursts. All children need the ability to communicate when something is wrong or if they are in pain, by any means possible. Communication is also a human right. In preparation for this critical narrative, I volunteered in an SEN school that had 130 pupils. However, only 26 pupils used speech to communicate, so how was it ensured that the individual needs of each pupil were met? We do so with total communication, aka inclusive communication. Total communication ensures that all form of verbal and non-verbal communication methods are recognised and valued equally. The child's environment needs to actively promote and support every communication method possible. Total communication is an umbrella term and includes intensive interaction, photographs, symbols, verbal skills, Makaton, sign, and many more, some of which I will go into further detail with. A combination of total communication methods are used together, which help to strengthen meaning and understanding for the child. One study found that children with ASD produced 4 times as many vocal responses during total communication interventions than during vocal alone interventions. Theory behind this suggests that total communication methods leads to additional input into the sensory systems in children with ASD, and that is why it is so successful. One aspect of total communication is intensive interaction, aka the fundamentals of communication. Intensive interaction teaches early communication skills and the ability to connect with others. It is commonly used with individuals who don't typically use speech to communicate, such as individuals with ASD or PMID. Intensive interaction includes turn-taking behaviour, sharing a personal space, developing attention span, using and understanding eye contact, facial expressions, physical contact, and vocalizations. A neurological theory suggests that the success of intensive interaction is due to mirror neurons. These fire up when you perform an action or see the same action performed by someone else. In this image, the staff member is imitating the child's arm movement by placing hers against his, engaging physical contact and sharing a space. She is making eye contact with the child while doing so, and is also likely using vocalizations that complement the interaction. Another aspect of total communication is photographs and symbols. Symbols are used to support choice making, transitions, expressing emotions, and sequencing order of events. They contain a simple image and a word that is kept consistent within the school, home, and community. Children may use their hands or, if they are less able-bodied, may use eye gaze to point to a symbol. Alternatively to symbols, photographs can be used as they are less abstract and therefore require a less advanced level of understanding. These are kept standardized and consistent as to not lead to confusion. SEN children respond very positively to symbols as they are relatively easy to learn. They can also develop language skills and increase speech production. Another aspect of total communication is high-tech communication systems. Children who are confidently using symbols in low-tech systems, who are showing good language understanding and who are motivated, might then progress to using an iPad or eye gaze device. A recent study found that high-tech AAC devices increase level of happiness and level of engagement compared to low-tech AAC devices. They also found that high-tech AAC devices promote pre-linguistic communication in children with PMID. They also support speech output like vocalizations. Theory behind this suggests that multimedia devices can help strengthen a child's understanding by linking visual imagery and sound effects to information that is difficult to understand when presented as just text alone. Meet Freddie. Freddie is a 4-year-old boy with Down syndrome and global developmental delay. Freddie loves ball games and really enjoys swimming. He also loves reggae music, including Bob Marley. He likes to be in charge and take control. Freddie uses total communication methods in his day-to-day life at school. Some of these include destination photos, traffic light symbols, Makaton, communication cardboards, his communication book, and vocalizations. Here are some photographs and examples of Freddie using total communication. Total communication has meant that Freddie has developed a good single-word vocabulary and is making fantastic progress with signing and Makaton. Signing will be his main form of communication in the future, as his vocabulary isn't expected to progress much due to his cognitive abilities. However, Freddie's signing is very approximate, meaning the signs are not fully formed. They are also idiosyncratic, meaning the signs are very personal to him, often developed by himself. This may be a problem as he gets older, as his signing won't be the same as other people's. To overcome this, there will need to be a good transition between school and his steps after school so that his signing and communication is understood. Risk factors for total communication include inconsistency in Makaton and sign between staff, inconsistency in terms and names for communication systems, sporadic use of communication systems, staff not recognizing or acknowledging when a child is trying to communicate with them, staff using communication methods at a basic level only, photos and resources around school not being kept updated or the same, and staff not feeling confident using intensive interaction. Studies found that confusion leads to anger or other behavioral issues, which may lead to the child being punished or restrained. Other studies found that children who display self-injury consistently showed lower levels of measured social skills. These behavioral challenges and outbursts mean that the child is not learning and therefore not getting what they need out of school. Protective factors include consistency in Makaton and sign, better training and modelling of intensive interaction, consistency in photos and symbols as well as their meaning, consistency in language used and the names of communication systems. Total communication also needs to be a part of the school culture and ethos for children to fully benefit from it. This may lead to the Hawthorne effect, as staff simply paying attention to a system can lead to a change in behaviour unconsciously. Listened to and understood children are happy and therefore ready to learn. Total communication can extend beyond SEN children and in SEN schools to wider society such as mainstream schools and the workplace. Children with less severe learning difficulties, such as ADHD or dyslexia, may benefit socially and educationally from more inclusive learning resources. In the workplace, total communication can help reduce barriers that prevent individuals from fully participating in work life. Companies that employ total communication methods may see an increase in job satisfaction and diversity of employees. The future of psychology should care about total communication approach because it can be used to increase inclusivity and personalization of therapies and interventions. It will also allow for more diversity in future research as a broader range of participants can be recruited and represented in datasets. Thank you very much for listening.